Hey, it's Jo here from Lascelles, and I am just going to give you an update on all the Kindle books that I'm working on. But I just quickly show you, I'm sitting here on my balcony at the moment, and you can see there's actually Rangitoto, which is a dormant volcano here in Auckland, but pretty awesome. You can go up there, there's amazing views on a good day, so highly recommend that. But yeah, Kindle books. So just to let you have like a bit of a background, so I started with the Kindle books because I was following Stefan from Project Life Mastery, and it's all about earning income online and not trading time for money. If you've read the 4 Hour Work Week, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So we started off, we were looking at all kinds of different things, products, Amazon, and it was all just quite complicated and overwhelming. So we actually started off with Kindle books because we thought that would be an easier start to do, and it's kind of the thing that Stefan recommends as well. So what we did is, this is me and my sister, we wrote a book on a guide to New Zealand. So it's called 2018 Guide to Living in New Zealand. And I mean, it's what we know, it's what we found that would be really useful, because when we first came to New Zealand, it was really hard. It was, you're starting from scratch. You just have no idea where to look to rent rooms, find clothing places, set up your driver's license, all that kind of stuff. And it's all stuff we had to learn, and this is a guide about that. So it's a short guide, but it's just kind of a real quick rundown of the major cities as well. So that's Christchurch, Wellington, Auckland. I haven't lived in any other cities, so I'm not going to review any other cities. That is just our personal experience of living in those different cities. But where the book is at is that it's live now on Amazon. So what we did is we put it through KDP, which is a Kindle publishing application of Amazon. So what I did was I had to format it, so it was there was like a contents page, and just the layout so that it looked presentable with the images and so aligned and that kind of thing. I then saved it without a front cover, because the front cover you can create in KDP. There's quite a few different templates you can use. I used one of the templates with there and put my wording in, and also put my own image into the front cover. So that was it. So you load your front cover separately to the rest of the book, and the book was uploaded as a Word doc. So I put the recommended price for the book. Amazon will show you a graph of maximum price and maximum royalties back for an ebook. So I just used the recommended. I also then advertised it a bit on Facebook. I had never done Facebook ads before, so that was a real trial as well. I kept the budget really low. I did quite a broad audience, but what I did was I used Google Trends to see who was looking up the word New Zealand, and then I could see geographically, like over the world, which countries were searching that word the most, and that's how I created my audience in Facebook. I had quite a lot of click-throughs, but I'm not sure how many sales I've got on it from it, to be honest. I've got a few sales so far, but I'm just hoping with time it's just going to sit there, and with time hopefully I'll get a bit more money from it. So the other books that we're working on, so that one is on Kindle right now. I don't want to spend too much time on it. It was quite a quick book. I'm just going to let people find it by using keywords and things like that. So the other two books that we're working on are two kids books. So the first one it's about beach safety. It's a younger book with more illustrations. So what I did for that one was I used Fiverr. I outsourced the illustrations to them. I also had an idea in my head of the plot and story, but I also outsourced the writing to Fiverr. I'm not a writer. I am good at thinking up ideas, but I know where my specialty lies, so I got somebody else to write it. They weren't the best, I'll be honest, and I ended up having to edit the book quite a bit myself. Spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes, things like that. So be sure to use Grammarly, is quite good, but the only thing is I use Google Docs and it's not linked with Google Docs, so I had to copy the book out into Grammarly and then copy it back in again. And yeah, and then I created it in Google Slides, so that's all my pictures with the wording on it. One thing I would definitely say to do is get onto CreateSpace first before you create your book. Find out what the industry standards are and then create your images to that size. And also don't copy and paste your images and import the images so they're the full resolution. I found I didn't realise that I hadn't done an industry standard, and then I had to change all the images to fit the correct size of the printed book that I wanted. And then also I found the resolution was really small, so I had to import all the photos again so that they were full resolution. CreateSpace is awesome. It's quite easy to use. It does take a little bit of time to upload your book so you can check it, the formatting, but it does tell you if the resolution is low. It will give you recommendations. I was just doing a quick book. I think it's 5.5 by 8.5 inches big, so yeah, I just went with a recommended bleed on it as well. I am finishing off the illustration, so they're now with somebody at Fiverr. So it's not quite ready yet, but it's almost there. I've literally got, I think, 3 or 4 more images to do, and that one is gonna, I'm excited to launch that one. It's gonna be really, hopefully it'll be really good. It's about beach safety. It's just be educating kids on flags and being sun safe and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited about that one. The second kids book that I've got going on is a book about 2 girls. So again, I thought up the plot, I thought the characters, all that kind of stuff. I actually started writing it myself. I then contracted a ghostwriter again through Fiverr, a different ghostwriter, and she was amazing. She really understood what I was looking for. I gave her some recommendations of books, the styles. So I wanted it a bit funny. I wanted it a bit of fantasy in it as well. So and she really did a really good job. Again, I still need a spell check. I still need the grammar check. So I've just done that. And put it back into the Google Docs format. So again, you need to put in your contents, make sure it's always updated, and don't include your front cover, because when you go into CreateSpace, that will be a separate file. So this one has been harder to illustrate. I just tried and literally got back yesterday a couple of illustrations, and they're not quite what I'm looking for. One was coloured and one was black and white, and it's just not quite the style that I'm looking for. I'm actually debating now if I draw them myself, or otherwise I've got a couple of nieces, so I might get them to sit down with me, troll through Fiverr, see which illustrations they really like, and kind of portrays the characters that I want in it. Yeah, so I mean, I haven't used any fancy software, just been using Google Docs, Google Slides, and Fiverr to contract out work because I was working full time. Recently I've been working on this full time, so I've had a lot of traction going, but the Fiverr app is really easy to use. Just do your research, get people to send you samples of their work. That's a really good way to see whether you can communicate with them easily, whether it's the kind of work that you want. It might be a bit of trial and error. I was really lucky. I did get the writers that I wanted pretty much straight away. The illustrations have been harder to get to exactly what I want, but yeah, it's been really good fun. Another thing I would note as well is not only check the size of the images that you want or the size of the book, but also check the font. Just Google what font size for what age, or even pick up some kids books and you'll see, okay, you know, what kind of size font it needs to be. Also, read out your book aloud. You can get people to check it, use Grammarly, but I'm finding the best thing, read it aloud. You'll see if it's easy to read to a kid and if it all flows. Yeah, and that's it really. It's very close to being finished. I can't wait to show you guys all about it. You can find my ebook on Amazon. So it's 2018 New Zealand Guide to Living 2018 Guide to Living in New Zealand, and please subscribe to my channel. Bye.